Now, when I was in school, we were not supposed to use makeup, and I would spend most of my time scrolling through YouTube finding a way that I could look more attractive and look more beautiful without using makeup products. And then when I entered college and I could use makeup products, I was like, you know what, I'm too lazy to use this early on in the morning, let's just skip it. And now that I'm working, I can still use makeup products, but I don't feel like using them every single day. Make sure you get your pens, papers, write all of this down, because there are going to be a lot of tips we'll be covering, so that by the time you're done watching this video, you can have a whole glow up. By the way, before we start, I have not used any makeup products today. This is just my bare skin. First things first, paint your nails. When we say look attractive, that basically means put in effort. Chipped nails, nails that are not done properly, nails that are breaking, they do not look very polished. So make sure you always have a nice little coat of nail paint on. Now, if you're in school, obviously you won't be putting nail paint, so you can put clear polish. Clear polish is basically transparent nail polish, and you can just apply a little base coat of that, and that's it. You can go to school, there'll be no nail paint. It's just protecting your nails, making them look nice and having that little bit of gloss to them. But if you're not in school and you have the world of nail paints open to you, there are 3 color categories I'm going to be talking about. First off, we have the nudes. In nudes, we have the classic pinks. They're super low maintenance, they've stood the test of time, and they look very clean and polished. You can also go with nudes. They have a very high style value. They'll mix and match with all of your looks, so it won't be restrictive in any sense. Again, they're low maintenance, and if you have short fingers, they will elongate your fingers. They'll give that illusion of longer fingers because it kind of seems like one unit together then. Then of course we have the reds. Now this is a classic no-brainer. It's chic, it's sexy, it reminds me of Marilyn Monroe, and it's just classic, it's iconic, it's been there for the longest time. Now this is a color that's a little bit more mature, so if you're somebody who is, maybe in college or has started working, I think then would be a good idea to use this. Then we have pastels. They go with every outfit, they look super pretty, and they add a very refreshing touch to your outfit. So whatever you're wearing, if you just want a little pop of color, you don't want to go absolutely neon, pastels will be your best friends. Powder blue, mint green, pastel yellow, pastel pink, these are all lovely shades to wear. Now of course you can keep switching the nail paint that you apply, but I would always recommend have a signature nail paint. This is the nail paint that should be your go-to whenever you're in a rush, whenever you're heading out, you feel like your nails aren't done, you want a quick touch up, you just take this nail paint out and you apply it. This is a color that again should be a no-brainer for you. This is something that's very personal. You'll have to try a couple of nail paints before you actually decide, okay, this is the one that I will always go to without a second doubt. Speaking of colors, you should know your colors very well, knowing what colors go well with your complexion, knowing what colors do not suit your complexion, what colors make you feel more attractive, what colors do not make you feel more attractive. Even though a bright red is a color that's considered to make people feel more attractive and romantic, for me, it's the opposite. I hate myself wearing a red dress. A color that does suit me is a nice soft blush pink. Similarly, you want to go with colors that don't wash out your complexion or that don't go against your complexion. You want to go with colors that suit you, that suit your skin tone, that suit your hair tone. I do have a whole video for that. It's all about finding your colors, so make sure you watch it. The link is right down in the description box below. The third way you can look more attractive without using makeup is to get rings, necklaces, and a signature pendant. Of course, most of us do wear earrings when we're in school, but even when we're outside of school, let's say we're done with school now, you're going to a birthday party, you're going to meet your friends, have a pendant. If you're not wearing makeup, that's okay, but you want to put in some kind of effort. Again, as I said, to look attractive, you need to put in the work. Effortless grace takes a lot of effort to look effortless. Get yourself some nice rings that you can stack on. These could be for the cheapest prices. Dilli Haat, Sarojini Nagar, Janpat in Delhi, they have some really good options. Otherwise, H&M has a lot of good options. I'm wearing this ring right now. I got this from Daniel Wellington, and this is my go-to ring. Like whenever I'm in doubt, I'll just pick this up, put this on. It's a nice dainty ring that just shows that I've thought about this thing. It's not like I've just stepped out of my house. I actually paid attention to this. Have a couple of necklaces that you can mix and match with most outfits. Now when you're doing this, you also want to be careful about what color looks good on you. Is it gold? Is it silver? So that way, even when you grow up and you want to invest in real jewelry, you'll know what color, what shades look better on you. If you have more of a cool undertone, chances are silver jewelry will look better on you, and if you have more of a warm undertone, chances are that gold jewelry will look better on you. And then of course have a signature pendant or a signature bracelet. Now this is going to be your signature piece of accessory, so whenever you're going somewhere, you will always have this on. It's something that people recognize you with. If you don't want to have a pendant or a bracelet, at least have a watch. A watch is such a staple, and even in schools, I mean, you're allowed to wear watches, right? Every person in my class had their own watch, and everybody was known for that. It's just something that becomes so much a part of your personality. So this is the watch that I've been wearing for the last, I think, 3 to 4 years now. It's just a signature thing for me to wear. Get chewing gum. Nobody talks about this enough, but one way to look attractive is to not have a breath that stinks. A lot of people don't realize it because it takes a lot of effort for us to internally realize that, oh, our mouth's stinking, our mouth's smelling, especially because we have garlic, onion. The fragrance sometimes just kind of sticks in our mouth. It stays there. Obviously, there's nothing wrong with that, but if you want to be more attractive, a good idea is to get chewing gum. Now, you can use any kind of chewing gum, but just don't chew chewing gum when you're in class, because obviously that's just not the right thing to do. It doesn't matter if you're in school, college, or if you're working. In the short breaks that you have, make sure you pop in a chewing gum and your breath is smelling nice and fresh. Practice good posture. We are not going to sit like this. We're not going to slouch. We're going to have our back straight like this. Imagine somebody's pulling your head with a balloon. Somebody's pulling your shoulders from the back, and you have a cat or a dog sitting on your lap. Are you going to slouch like this and kill the cat or dog? No, you're not going to do that. You're going to sit straight up like this. Slowly and gradually, this will become a habit. You won't even have to think about this. Muscle memory is real. It will play its role. When you're walking, again, walk like you have a purpose to accomplish. Walk like you're going to meet the Prime Minister. Wherever you're watching this video, practice with me right now. Back straight, chin up, and then you walk like that. Point number 6 is to do your facial massages. A lot of us skip this. We don't even know how to do it, but super simple steps to do it, right? You don't need to go into the details of this. Get yourself a facial oil that works well with your skin type. If you have sensitive skin, be very careful when you do this. Make sure you're washing your hands before you do this, and then slowly start massaging your face. This will help give more structure and shape to your facial muscles. It will help relax them. It'll make sure there's no puffiness. Do it early on in the morning. Do it once before you're sleeping, and trust me, you will see a difference. There are some things that you do without any expectations, and then boom, you see the result. This is one of those things. I'd also say have a fixed day for self-care in the week or in the month. That's one day when you do all of your grooming. You paint your nails, you do your eyebrows, you do your pedicure, manicure, waxing, shaving, whatever you have to do. Have a dedicated day to do that. That way you won't skip out on these things, you won't miss these things, and you'll make sure that you're always looking attractive. I remember most of the times when I had to apply nail paint, I would usually do that before heading out. If I was going to meet my friends, if I was going out with my family, and then there would be lines in it, it wouldn't apply evenly. It was just a mess. My nail paint routine was bad, to say the least. And then I started taking out one day where I'd apply a base coat, I'd use a nail paint shade, and then a top coat. I don't know if you can see, but my nails have literally started looking much better. They're in shape, they always have nail paint on, and they're not being damaged. If you're somebody who uses a lot of nail paints, gets acrylic or gel nails done, I would recommend getting a nail or a cuticle oil. It'll make sure your nails don't go brittle, they don't go very soft, they're nice, hard. I've started using it and it has made a difference. As funny as it sounds, I see so many girls and guys who, and even in my school I used to see them, who would break their backs trying to pretend like they have a really good booty. Don't be one of them. Actually go and work out. I started working out about 2 weeks ago. I was never a gym person, but now I go to the gym and that's the only part of the day that I'm so excited for. And you start feeling like, okay, I've done something for myself. Earlier in the morning, it's one task accomplished. Initially, I used to feel I have no idea about the machines. What are people gonna say? I don't know how to go about this. कितनी intensity पे क्या करना है, कैसे करना है. I was so confused until I started doing it. I started with a personal trainer. I used to go with my friends, and the whole process within 5 days became so easy. I had the hang of it. And honestly, it's not just the gym. You can even do yoga. You can even just do a walk in the park. You can do Zumba. You can do Bhangra. You can do any kind of workout as long as you're moving your body. Just get your body to move. Another important thing that you should be doing is to get yourself a lip balm. Now, this again should be a part of your kit in your bag at all times to give your lips that kind of shine, and also keep them well hydrated, well moisturized. Another thing I would recommend is to scrub your lips using your toothbrush. Just use a toothbrush, scrub your lips like that. That will remove the dead skin that's there, and it will plump your lips out. Always carry a hairbrush. Messy hair as a concept is wonderful, but that does not make you look the most attractive all the time. Either you can keep a big hairbrush like this one, or you can get a tiny travel sized hairbrush. Just make sure you're keeping the flyaways away from your face. You don't want them interfering when you're working. You don't want your hair coming in front. Focus on your hair care as much as you're focusing on your outfit or on your skincare. Speaking of hair, you can also try a different haircut if that's something you're interested in. You can get layers. You can get a U-cut from the bottom. You can get side framers. You can get bangs. Just experiment, guys. Just play around with this. If coloring your hair is okay, you can try that out as well. Steam your face and use a gua sha. Now, when you steam your face, it'll open up the pores. It'll free the sebum and stop the pimple from forming. So if pimples are something that you're dealing with at the moment, try this. But just don't do it every single day. Try to do it at least once a week for starters, and that's good enough. Of course, this also helps with hydration, and then also use a gua sha. It basically scraps off all the dead skin cells that are there by putting pressure on your skin. Early on in the morning, it also reduces puffiness. That's what I use it for the most. Just press it nicely like that. Next up, tinted sunscreen. Now, if you don't want to use foundation or concealer, a tinted sunscreen basically has a 2-in-1 benefit. Now, this is the tinted sunscreen that I'm using. It's from Sunscoop. It's called Glow Sunscreen, and this basically has this nice little tint to it. So when I apply it, my skin does feel a little bit evened out, and it also protects my skin from all the rays that are there. There are so many videos that you'll see about people who have the most beautiful skin and they're late in their 50s, 60s. Sunscreen is the answer. Sunscreen is what you need. And if it's tinted, it's obviously better. Otherwise, you can also go with a CC cream that has some sort of SPF in it. Always, always, always clean your eyebrows. Whether you shave your eyebrows, whether you trim your eyebrows, you get your eyebrows threaded or waxed, whatever you do, make sure your eyebrows are clean. It looks really shabby if you have hair growing around your eyebrows. Once you start doing this, make sure you have a routine for this in place so that you don't have all of those popping out from everywhere. Let's be honest, it looks okay. There's nothing wrong with it, but it doesn't look attractive. This only applies to those who have started cleaning or trimming their eyebrows. If you haven't started doing that and if you're okay with how your eyebrows are, you don't need to even touch them. But if you're somebody who's already started and you go often to get this done, you need to get these done regularly. You need to schedule this. Next up, curl your lashes for a lash lift. If you don't want to apply mascara, nothing wrong with that. Just curl your lashes with an eyelash curler. A lot of people are scared of this, but there's nothing scary in it. You just have to put this nicely right over here and just press it a little bit, 1, 2, and 3, and then remove it, and it makes such a difference. Your lashes will kind of go up like this without using any product. Just get this. You will see a difference, especially if you don't apply mascara. Alright, point number 14, do your hair. We spoke about always keeping a hairbrush in your bag, but also make sure that you're actually doing your hair. If you like straightening your hair, straighten it. If you like curling your hair, curl it. You can always switch things up, try new things. When I was in college, I didn't like to apply makeup every single day, so I started focusing on my hair. I used to curl my hair with a curler, then I bought a straightening rod, and then I used to curl my hair with a straightening rod, and I used to love how those curls would turn out. So then I invested after a few years into the Dyson. I just like to give sort of like a blow-dried look to my hair ends. You see, that's the thing. Once you get used to this, you will not want to get out of this. Try to style your hair in different ways, and if you don't want to get yourself a hair curler or a hair straightener, the easiest way to play around with your hair is to change your partition. I always do a center partition, but if I ever do a side partition, and if I actually like brush my hair out and make it look nice and pretty, it will change the way that I look. It'll change the way that people perceive me. For you and for the people who are seeing you every single day with the same kind of hairstyle, this will be a good change. Point number 15 is to put on a cute fit. Try to see what you have in your wardrobe. Try to mix and match. Be a little bit more creative. Don't often go for the thing that is right in front. Don't often go for the piece that is the most comfortable. You've got other things in your wardrobe for a reason. You probably at some point thought you're going to wear that. Try to pair something else with something else. Switch around your style. Look at different fashion aesthetics on Pinterest. If you want to go shopping, have a budget, go shopping, get yourself some new stuff. It's absolutely fine to not do makeup, but to not put an effort into how you're dressing. It'll pull the whole energy down. If you dress well, you will feel better about yourself. You'll be more motivated. There's so much that changes just with an outfit, and that's why this channel is there, to be honest. I help you style yourself. I help you find your fashion aesthetic, and I help you make sure that you're reaching the top of where you want to be, especially when it comes to your lifestyle. If you're somebody who has always been wearing t-shirt and jeans, just try wearing a dress, or try to move away from jeans and maybe get yourself a pair of trousers, something that's a little bit more tailored, a little bit more structured. So slow steps, baby steps, and you will be there. That was about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Those were all the tips, tricks, everything that I had to share with you today. I'm exhausted. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Leave your comments down below letting me know some more pointers. How do you end up looking attractive without makeup? And I always take your feedback. I always use it to improve future videos. So make sure you're leaving your feedback down below, your suggestions, comments, anything and everything. And if you want to level up your lifestyle, make sure you are subscribing to the channel because I do post a lot of such videos over here. I will be seeing you guys very, very soon. Till then, bye-bye.